to my YouTube channel. Obviously, now on today's videos, you know how I like to do, we start the week off with some valuable information, not only just me telling you, some of the important steps, powerful tips, all these amazing cool stuff. On today's topic, we're actually going to be looking at, like the drop down of the market, and I just showing you guys what I see on US30, what I also see on Nasdaq, and I'll just speak about some of today's trades, and then we'll just see so that I can, allow you guys to be able to, move forward with some of the knowledge that you can get from how I see the markets. Because the most important thing is not to, just see that I buy and you buy, but to see what actually makes me buy, just so you can get that information and you can be able to, use it to your own personal advantages. Né? So now let us start off first with Nasdaq. Let's speak about Nasdaq a bit, because it's one of the three that actually, I felt a bit of pain on it, because I saw a beautiful setup and actually did miss out on it. Né? So what actually happened here with Nasdaq, you can simply see with my charts here, I've been looking at the 4-hour movement. Normally before 4:30, I'll be looking at the movements, what actually happens in the markets, what the market is telling me, what I can understand from the bigger movements. Né? So obviously you can see this huge move and a young correction, a huge move. It spiked up, it broke above highs here. And then one thing that happened here is that it still continued going upwards. So then I went to the downside. Obviously now I'm seeing it's just like green candlesticks on top of green candlesticks. So I don't want to be a market maker and come up with ideas of it should now retrace. I don't want to be like that. I want to follow what the market is actually telling me and respect that, because that's how money is going to be made. So obviously price did break out of here, started moving correctively to the upside, and then I went on the 15 minutes. So I know someone is like, you can't see, you can barely see a setup. So my first initial view was that obviously price was somewhere around here during 4:30. I was like, what, if price happens to push up, I can take profit here, and then I will go down. Maybe it can come all the way back to here. This is what I saw at first. But then what happened is that, there's actually a trade that my team and they caught it on the live session, and I was like, wow, you guys ate from here. That's amazing, that's beautiful. So I had to go all the way to the 1 hour, or 5-minute time frame. And then on the 5-minute time frame, I was like, let me keep it as simple as possible. Remember, I'm seeing bigger movements to the upside. I'm seeing all these things that are siding with me all the way to the upside now. So I was like, what, let me just allow myself to get some sort of a support area. That way I'll be able to capitalize on the move when it does go up. So then you can simply see here, obviously I've got this first touch, second touch, third touch, price went up, came here. So now 4:30 it was somewhere around these areas here. And then obviously you can simply see I've got my resistance zone here. So one thing that I'm looking for is if price does happen to break, then obviously I'm taking a sell all the way down to here, which is a lot of pips. Like look at, let's just take a look at the ranges here. Price range all the way from here up until 497 points, which is 4,960 pips. A lot, né? So I was like, what, here we're gonna capitalize. So what I done is that I went back to the 60 minutes. So now, not 60 minutes, I went now on the 1 minute, because now this is like what, a minute before 4:30. Remember guys, we did speak about, if you don't know what actually happens during 4:30, you can just go on the Forex Jesus channel and check out the video that we spoke about 4:30 secrets down there. Maybe you'll be able to capitalize from it. So what happened is that the time before 4:30 played out, it was somewhere around here. So obviously price came first touch, second touch, third touch. Me and my patterns. Okay, beautiful pattern here. Okay, I had this and I was like, price should respect this area, and it did respect. And then boom, 4:30 happened and price broke out of here impulsively and continued going up. So basically it went up within like that whole movement. It went up by, let's see the price range here, from the breakout here to the TP was like close to 1,300 pips, but going all the way upwards, it shot up by 595, basically 595 points, which is your 5,950 pips. It shot up and I was like, wow, like this price really did impulse all the way to the upside. So now you can simply see, obviously now it came back to retest somewhere around these areas here, because it previously broken out of structure. So this was drawn on a smaller time frame, so don't worry much about it. But this resistance broke out impulsively, came back as support. So maybe we can see price still continue going all the way to the upside. Beautiful rejection going all the way to the upside, and then maybe your first TP can be here, because now we are just basically creating new highs each and every day. There's just a new high being created, so there's a high chance of just retesting these support areas and then continuing all the way back to the upside. You can simply see here, and let me just see Just by going to a smaller time frame, obviously here you can see how the market is moving. Even if I add, my my trends just like this, you can simply see obviously first touch, second touch, third touch, and obviously beautiful continuation pattern that's going more to the upside now. So this one here, the reason I'm also using smaller time frames on this is because of the peak movement. Just from here, from literally here, like let's say you catch a move here all the way up to here, this is like literally your 3,700 pips, which is a lot, man. So that's why I'm actually using it this way. But that's what I'm seeing for now, guys, on Nasdaq. So I believe that there's a higher momentum to the upside. Can even see now prices continue going all the way up. As soon as it got here, it retraced. So now we might see more movements going more to the upside now. So now let us speak about one interesting trade, which is the US30 now. US30. So it's the one that I actually bought, and I bought, let me just see where I bought one here. No, I bought 4:30 or somewhere around here. Let's see. Somewhere around here. Yes, somewhere around here. So I bought here, went out here, and then it went down, I bought somewhere around these areas. It went a bit up and then it went down. So I was like, oh, negative. Then I took my stop loss here. So I was like, okay, what now? Then after I saw this beautiful breakout move went up, that's when I bought again. So I also have a running, I hope it didn't take me out. Let's see. Okay, I still have a running trade, more other running trades here. You can simply see now it's giving us 4K, somewhere around 4K. So take profit is all the way up to here, which is like 11 and 11. It's two positions as you can see. So it's like close to, maybe your 25K, somewhere around those numbers there. And it shouldn't even take too long. Like if it does happen to go all the way up, then good. But if it doesn't go all the way up, then it means that, I managed to still lock something, because at the end I'm not going to lose money on this trade now, which is one thing that I like about it. So now you can simply see, let me show you how I got that one on Nasdaq now. On US30. There we go. This one here was a bit tricky. I don't even know why I was like too fixed on just looking at it, because of the fact that it already had broken down to the downside, broken out here to the downside. And then I'm looking at this whole movement of, okay, what's happening? Maybe price can just retrace, go down. So even if I'm buying, let me buy short term. But because of the fact that, these markets are nice, like I feel much more comfortable. Yeah, I feel much more comfortable when I'm buying these markets compared to when I'm selling them. So that's just how I do my trading there. So I prefer looking for more buy opportunities compared to sell opportunities, because with my the way that I've back tested and seen my results, I make more money when I buy compared to when I sell. Doesn't mean that the strategy doesn't work on selling. It does. I've got members that are still making money while selling. Just that personally, I'm not comfortable with that. So you can simply see now on the 1 hour chart. Okay. So what I had here was literally this. So I had like, okay, no, maybe your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder, support boxes, support areas here. Price would have broken out to the downside. So remember, some of these things I wouldn't draw them as I normally would draw them, because already now I'm just used to, like, I've been in the markets for a lot of years, like I've got experience in the market, so I'm just already used to seeing these candlesticks and understand what it actually means, especially on these significant points. So I don't have to draw, my chart works, my this, all those things, because now I can literally just see that without having to draw all those deeper detailed things. Yes, I draw that when I want to illustrate, let's say to members, when I want to show ideas and stuff, I can draw that. But for me, if I'm just explaining to you guys, like now already you can understand what I'm saying, because I'm explaining. Okay, so yeah, I saw this. So let's see, I saw this. I was like, what? Maybe price can just, do something here. It broke out to the downside. Maybe it can just, still go back up. I had a hope of going to the upside, and then it went out. That's when the first trade, like I did say, it gave me profits. The second one, it took me out. Okay, and then now this one here that's running. Let me show you guys how I was able to catch it. So obviously you can simply see here. Let me just go down. Let's say 5 minutes. Remember also, with the more that you backtest the trade, the more that you go and experience the trade, that's how better you become. So if you don't do that, then you wouldn't know what actually works out for you or what doesn't. So what I've done here is that I literally saw this, then I saw a beautiful, descending type pattern, basically. Let me just say descending type, and then price, like, it shot up, it went down, which is like, on the 1 minute I saw like a inverted hammer. Let's put it this way, inverted hammer. Okay, not even inverted hammer, I mean left shoulders. Okay, where's that, so I can draw. There we go. I saw left shoulder here, right shoulder here, change your head. Yeah. Okay, so I was like, okay, no, it broke out left shoulder head. So let me do this. Let me buy here, and then once it confirms also with the candlestick, I'll place another buy. So I bought here, then it closed like this, then I bought again. So it went up. I'll try to put the video in the somewhere here, a video that I shot with my cell phone, and then maybe you guys can get to see what I'm speaking about, the two trades that I was able to capitalize on. Then price went up, boom, short. Then I took profits here. I was like, you know what, let me take profits here and wait and see what's happening. Luckily, I'm now in profits. I recovered from the loss that I took here. Let me see what's happening. So here I was able to see some sort of a previous resistance, broke out, came back to retest the support. That's actually what made me take this buy that I was looking at here. I took this buy here and I was like, you know what, boom, I went in once, went in twice, 0.10, my account is okay for that, and I'm still holding it. So basically, like, I just want you guys to see the mindset that I have behind these pairs, because yes, we do look at them on a smaller time frame, because at the end of the day, like, just this movement on the 1 minute, let's say now, this small movement is like what, 99 points, which is like 990 pips. That's still a lot of money that you can make with literally just a small move like this. And hopefully we'll just continue seeing, okay, it did take us out with what do you call it, with let's say it took us out with a retest somewhere around these areas. So it's either it's my choice. Let me show you something. It took me around with a retest somewhere around these areas, because I had my stop loss being somewhere around here in profits. So I believe that it's actually spread that actually did take us out. So luckily it took us out with profits at the end of the day, but I can still capitalize on, because I still see that there will still be more movements going to the upside now. So if you try to maybe revenge trade or act in a certain way, that's when the market is going to be a bit more tough on you. But if you are comfortable with it and you allow the market to play out and all those things, then you are more likely to make profits. Like, let's say now, for instance, if I want a re-entry, I'll just rather maybe wait for the market to break some sort of resistance, and once it does break it, maybe I'll catch a re-entry. But for now, I believe that it has moved accordingly, and I believe that for the day it has been volatile. So I'll just wait to see if I can get more opportunities on these pairs. But the most important thing is that you guys need to be able to see how I'm seeing it, because once you are able to do that, it will actually help you out massively on your trading careers. Like, one thing that I like about the markets is that it's something that you can learn, and once you learn and relate to them, then that way you are most likely to be profitable and consistent on it. Because if you don't apply some of these tricks, tips, these things that you're learning, then how are you going to get to learn? You have to take as much errors, you have to make as many mistakes, you have to see as many downfalls, I don't know, you have to see as many things as possible, just so you're able to know what works and what doesn't work. But let me just leave you guys with that, and I'll just continue managing this. I'll just see what actually happens, if it needs me to scale or not, and I will maybe update you guys. I'll try to also put the clips of the videos that I took in here, just so you guys can be able to see that, okay, no, this guy is releasing all those things. And yeah, I'm glad that you guys did watch up until this very end. Make sure that you also watch our mentors breaking down your Nasdaq before it actually did shoot to the upside on the Forex Chasers page. And also, they just like literally just available, like they share too much deep information, which I'm excited to literally watch the videos each and every day. But yeah, you'll learn a lot from it. The most important thing is for you to be able to get as much information as possible, just so you learn. But I'll see you guys on the next video that I'll be uploading. Make sure that you like multiple times. Make sure that you subscribe. Most importantly, make sure that you share with friends and family, just so they can also be able to get the information that you need. Thank you so much. It's a boy, it's from Mothupi.